The Mandela Catalogue is an analog horror web series created by American YouTuber Alex Keister in 2021. It is set in the fictional Mandela County, Wisconsin that is invaded by demonic, otherworldly entities called alternates that psychologically torture their victims, with the ultimate goal of assuming their identities as doppelgangers. It was Keister's first filmmaking project. He originally created a video called Overthrown as a one-off based on a high school writing project, and planned to make a series where he edited children's cartoons to be creepy. However, due to the popularity of the video, he decided to continue making videos following the universe of Overthrown into the modern day. He named the series after the Mandela effect, and the rest is history. And guess who hasn't seen it before? This guy! Hello everyone, welcome back. Tonight we are going to be watching and learning from the Mandela Catalogue, which I've been hearing how fantastic this series is for a super long time, and I'm very, very happy to finally be checking it out. You've heard me complain about mimics in analog horror series a lot in the past few days. I've been told that this series is one that actually does that concept justice. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. So here we go, starting with a video called Overthrown.
Don't be afraid. I bring good news of great joy for you and all people. Tonight, your Savior was born in David's town. He is Christ, the Lord. You will find him wrapped in swaddlecloth, lying in a manger.
Uh-oh. I like how desaturated it is. Rejoice, Jesus is born. Okay.
There was a woman named Mary who lived in the city of Nazareth. She was in love with a man named Joseph. Mary was the head of her team, but she got a very special message from it.
What the fuck? Huh? Come again? Say that one more time? Damn, I wonder, does the subtitles give us any clue as to what it does? All right, let's watch that bit again, but with subtitles on this time. Let's see. Okay, this makes way more sense. And this is just the Jesus story, Bible story. Do not be afraid. I have good news for you.
Angel Gabriel, I've come to bring good news.
News? For me?
And that's binary.
Whatever God wants, I will do.
What the hell? I feel like we haven't done a series. We haven't done a series with kind of religious themes yet, or that draws on religious imagery. Other than, I guess the Oakburn Opus had a lot of like, well, kind of. But this is super like blatant and blunt. I remember talking about the Boiled One, and some people were in the comments saying like that it went too much into overdone religious themes. But to be honest, I haven't seen an analog horror yet do any religious stuff. So as someone who was raised Christian and has read the Bible multiple times, it is I find stuff that draws on the mythos of Christianity to be very interesting and engaging for me. I very vividly remember there being some very strange parts of the Bible, including some stories that I asked my pastor at the time about, and my parents, and they first of all didn't even know that those stories existed. Like there's one in particular that I'm thinking of where one of the kings in the Old Testament goes to Endor into a forest and meets up with a witch who is able to conjure the spirits of the dead, and she brings the spirit of one of the prophets to talk to him, which goes against like everything that I was taught in church about what reality is and how witchcraft as a concept isn't like real and doesn't work, and also how like souls work, because how can there be a ghost talk? It was just very interesting, and no one had any answers. And I just find mythology in general to be very, it's a point of interest for me. So I like it when things draw from areas that I already know about. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. It was one of the reasons I like a lot of movies that draw on like religious trauma as a fundamental theme for, there's a lot of horror movies that do it, and they're really good. A recent one that I liked a lot was Heretic. I actually saw that in the theaters. Really cool movie. I'll shut up now. Will trick the shepherd, I will know their greatest fear.
Wake up, Joseph. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake.
Sorry if the subtitles are annoying, I just can't understand him without them. Oh shit. Are they gonna see 3 stars? Ooh. I like the design of the angel statue thing.
Do not be afraid, my dear shepherds. I have great news.
Fantastic.
True Savior.
Oh.
I know everything about what makes you human.
Huh.
I know what you love. I know what you dread.
Huh. What the fuck was that? What the hell was that? Wait. What was that in the... Wait, no. Do that again. How frozen I became, and powerless then. Ask it not, reader, for I write it not, because all language would be insufficient. I did not die. I alive remained not. Oh shit. I did not die, but somehow was not alive. Think for thyself now. Hast thou aught of wit? Hast thou aught of wit? What I became, being of both deprived. That is terrifying. Holy moly. Can't you see? What? What should I be seeing? I deceived them. Ooh, the sound design is really cool. Such weak minds. I am bound to chains on my ankles that grow heavier with every step. The infinite amount of sand will be my tomb. And my foolishness will be my legacy. If there is a God, please help me. Damn, that's sad. Okay. The end? Is that really the end? Overthrown. Alex Keister. Okay. Alrighty then, let's give that a like. And then in the description it says, the Mandela Catalogue is not intending to offend or oppose any Christian beliefs. And the footage is used from the Beginner's Bible, which I could have sworn I saw some of this footage in like Sunday school. This looks super familiar, which actually made the video creepier for me, was the familiarity and then the like distorted elements of something that I probably only saw once anyways when I was like 6. Alex Keister's YouTube will be down below in the description, and I would like to point out he also has a Patreon page, and you should go check that out as well, because I think that these like artists making this stuff need to be supported in as many ways as possible. And yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, more Mandela Catalogue is still coming out today. So anyways, that was Overthrown. And the next video in the Mandela Catalogue playlist is called the Mandela Catalogue Volume 1 Restored Edition. So apparently there was a shorter version of this that came out originally, and now this is longer. I do know that I did not catch everything here. There was that that stuff in binary, that I could probably have tried to copy and paste and figured it out, but maybe I'll do that after recording this, because I feel like that would slow this down a lot. But here is Mandela Catalogue Volume 1 Restored Edition. And we have some more. Monsieur, who are you? Uh-oh. And remember, we're looking at these... That angel must have been one of those alternates. United States Department of Temporal Phenomena.
Receiving countless reports regarding unidentified hostile organisms that we will refer to as alternates.
Uh-oh.
Until we have a complete understanding of the threat, it is important to stay home, lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or other ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists based solely on their physical characteristics. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
Damn.
If you see a person with any sort of biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide. If an alternate manages to enter your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact. These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims. While we heavily discourage any kind of contact or communication with an alternate, we make excuses for attempts at executing them yourself.
Now imagine someone, you think something's an alternate, and then you try to, kill them with a gun or whatever we're looking at here, and they weren't. At least with the mimic in Vita Carnes, it like makes more sense because it's like really obviously an animal or a creature, like the claws and the way it like dresses and the way it's some of the facial features looked, at least in the videos that we were watching. But in this case, we're hearing about these entities that literally just, if you see someone that looks exactly like you or almost exactly like you, or if they have, what did he say? Physically impossible body parts, which, I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to accidentally make a mistake there. And then what, right? I feel like if something like this were to actually happen, the government would use it as a sort of justification for some form of eugenics, which is just an interesting element to this. Or if there was like a fabricated, like if it wasn't really happening, but they wanted to justify eugenics, they could fabricate. I guess they kind of do that already with certain types of fear-mongering, but it's just an interesting concept that there are, you have to be able to tell. I think that's the part that's kind of scary for me. I remember having dreams growing up where I would wake up and come downstairs and see some member of my family, but it wasn't them. It was a monster, or they would morph into a monster, or something would be wrong, something would be strange. I have a very vivid memory of something kind of silly, although in the moment it really bothered me, of coming downstairs, similar type of situation, and my family were like heads on top of almost broom or mop handles. Very strange. Talking and looking around like normal. Very strange. I was like probably 7 or 8. Anyways, sorry. I think it's very interesting that you have to be able to tell. I think it might be difficult to do that. When in doubt, follow the think principle, probably THINK. Tell an authority figure about your encounter. Hinder the alternate's movement. Okay, interesting. Identify the threat level. Are they going to tell? Neutralize the alternate if safe to do so. Okay. Know your place in reality. Damn, that's horrible. Now it just says know your enemy. Rage Against Machine time. Oh, are these... So I guess the one on the right is the alternate. Or are they both alternates? I cannot tell. I'm not sure. I'm assuming the one on the right. Mark Heathcliff, Cesar Torres? Yeah, I don't know. I'm bad at pronouncing stuff. Apologies. Call transcription from September 13th, 1992.
Hey, it's Caesar. I hope it's not too late. No, it's fine, don't worry. What's up, you alright? Yeah, it's not me, it's my mom.
I really like this.
Home, I have no idea why. I'm on my way to the ER, but could you do me a favor? Yeah, of course. What is it? I just need you to come over and turn on the cameras we have set up. You know the ones that we installed after we were robbed?
Event yet to be investigated.
Oh, yeah. Mind if I ask why? Well, she screamed really loud right before I found her on the ground. Well,
What?
do you have your doors and windows locked? What the broadcast told us it is?
What?
Yeah, that's the weird part. Maybe she saw something?
What's annoying me is that the faces themselves look kind of scary anyways.
Alright, shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna switch them on and get out of there, though. You know how I feel about your house?
You know how I feel about your house.
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel some type of way about your house.
I have a view of the back hallway, if you don't mind. Okay. Alright, I gotta go. I'm almost at the hospital. Thank you.
Alrighty then. Not sure exactly what's going on. Item exhibition. CCTV footage. Points of interest. Item 3. Were those the cameras that we were just talking about, or are they different cameras? Oh no. Oh no. No, I hate this. Okay. My screen is so dark too. And these are... Oh. I didn't even see anything. Motion detection save. Okay. Come on. Don't do this to me. Was there motion detection with nothing actually happening? Is that what we're... Oh, no, there's something over there. What the hell was that? It's the corner folk. Where'd you go, Mark? Oh no. Why does that basement look like that? I don't understand why it had to be so creepy. Okay, so the dude's just wandering around the house. Bro's just checking out the house. You know how he feels about the house. Sorry. It's not funny. Don't laugh. Okay. Alright. It's just, I don't like it. Okay, item 13, notebook collected for investigation. Reassurance. Is that what that says? Reassurance? If it followed me home, I do not want to see what is on the other side. But it has been days, and nobody has come to help me. The camcorder. A lot of items collected for exhibition. And we've got the unlabeled tape. Sorry if I ever yawn in these videos. I'm recording them at like 4 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck? I have a present, I have a surprise. I don't want your surprise. What is it saying? I hate this. Oh no. 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 Oh, okay, there's eyes. Okay.
You fucking bastard!
Bro was laughing. He thought that was hilarious. Bad decision, Mark. Oh shit. Is that in the camera footage? Or is that just text on the screen? Oh no. What's that up in the corner? Can't tell what that is. It doesn't look like a face much. Alright. That was the tape, I guess. Alright. Viewing of the footage is illegal and punishable by law if not previously cleared with your assistant. If you have access to this recording and you're not part of your local authority, stop the video and discard of the tape immediately. Again, another series where we have a tape that is... Viewing the tape is illegal. Next thing you know, they'll take my thoughts away. Mandela County Police Department. Chapter 6, Public Safety Telecommunication. The atmosphere of these videos are so cool every time.
May occur where the local 911 dispatchers run out of operators to handle calls, so they are given to the police department instead.
Law enforcement.
When police attention is needed, send available personnel to the address provided by the caller.
Okay. Fire department.
When there is a fire-related emergency, contact the neighboring fire department.
Something...
Provided address,
So-
along with a brief description of the event.
Something that was interesting was in the scene where we were looking at that footage from the, I assume from the recorder, from the camcorder. For a second, I saw stuff flicker through up through the side of the screen that looked like ash or smoke or like a fire was burning nearby. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it might have been. There's a possibility that it was medical.
When the caller has a medical-related emergency, immediately contact the Mandela Community Hospital, where their reception will take control of the line.
It's like, if you have an emergency that relates to fire, call the fire department. If it's medical, call the hospital. Do not help a caller reporting a home intrusion, no matter how frantic their screams are. Never mind, now I understand why we did that. Calmly reassure the caller that help... Oh, that's evil. End the call when they stop responding. That is evil. Holy shit.
Thank you for taking the time to learn by viewing the...
95% increase in MAD cases. What is MAD?
Metaphysical awareness disorder is a severe mental illness that has seen a sudden return in recent months. MAD is the result of exposure to verbal information that is not desired to be known. The rate of death by suicide in patients diagnosed with MAD is 97%.
Holy
shit. Don't worry. The remaining 3% makes it worth trying to reverse the delusion.
That makes sense.
Avoiding
That's horrible, though.
MAD is the first step to being safe. It is recommended to avoid excessively frequent religious practice, as well as any belief in unnecessary philosophical implications.
Damn. Damn.
Always remember that looking after your friends, family, and loved ones is a key factor for maintaining mental stability.
Damn. That's horrible. That's horrible. I have been in like a state of delusion before where I suddenly see signs and like everything. It's very, yeah, I don't know. That bit for some reason got to me a little bit. The seeing the profound in something small when it's not there, or attributing kind of like a delusion of grandeur to something can suck, because it often feels like a breakthrough instead of like a delusion. It's not always obvious unless you become more self-aware of how your brain works, I guess. I don't know. When it first started happening, it did not seem obvious, and then you realize in hindsight, but that sucks. That really sucks. Anyway, sorry. Toddler stress assessment video accompaniment. Take the time to make sure your child is in front of your television in a distraction-free environment. This is for ages 1 to 5. Damn, now they're making us consider how kids will be affected by it. Wait until dusk to proceed. No lights are on in your chosen testing environment. The only illumination should be coming from your television. This will traumatize your children. Every parent knows their child best. If you suspect your child absolutely cannot handle the test, you may remove them from the environment and update your psychiatrist. Test will begin shortly. Toddler stress assessment data collection. Have your data sheet prepared for results. I want to see the data sheet. What we're collecting. Okay, section 1. There's a square. Birds chirping. Okay. Like a mobile. Okay. Crying baby. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I feel like we're passing with flying colors, guys. My toddler stress levels are pretty low. What the fuck? Why would you do this to me? The remake was good, by the way. Or not remake. The reimagined version of this was good. I imagine this would scare the hell out of a baby.
Tomorrow, Mr. Havisham will take you to your grandfather, and you will live with him at the castle. But I shall not go with you.
Damn. You know what we should be Item 79 childhood drawings. Wait a minute. The item thing wasn't supposed to be in the toddler instructional manual. What? The Scary Night by Nick, age 4. Oh, this is going to be horrible. But no, I think what we should do to traumatize the kids is show them the scene from Hereditary, where the mom almost burns her child to death in a like dream, weird fugue state. I think that's a good idea. All right. Anyway, school, Mandela Elementary School. 4K. Actually, a toddler might not actually understand the implication of what's going on. Daddy didn't check under my bed last night. That sucks, dude. You had one job, Dad. So I went to Mommy's room. Oh no. Oh no. I was scared. There was a scary knocking. That's not how you spell that. Children always spelling things wrong. And the scariest part is walking by the dark room, by the stairs. Scary me. That's horrible. Almost at Mommy's room. Then I saw the man in the corner. Is that the angel from the first one? Or something similar? And then I fell asleep. The end! I don't think bro fell asleep. Damn, that sucks. I like how we're using this. It reminds me of Skinamarink, actually. How we're using the old cartoons and old movies to kind of imply... Damn. Okay, that scared... That... Holy shit. My heart rate and blood pressure just went up so fast. Thankfully, and I guess, did this come out before Vita Carnes? It probably did. Holy Jesus. It reminded me of that. I literally was like, what? The like 3D audio thing is extremely immersive. Oh, God. I hate that so much. God. It got me, too. Every time that type of thing gets me. All right, an intruder. That was horrible. Test module complete. If anything unexpected occurred during the test, please make note on your data sheet. Take note on your data sheet. All right, let's give that a like. So I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. The atmosphere is really good. Nothing super scary has happened yet, but the basic concept of the series is awful, like horrifying. That was the first volume. It was a little bit of a longer video of the series. And kind of, I guess, bringing the concept from Overthrown into modern day. And now the next video is called Intruder Alert.
I am inside your home.
Bro's inside my home now. I hate this. Mandela County Child Endangerment Awareness Association presents... Oh no. Keep an eye on your children.
Let's face it, us parents know how time-consuming it is to keep an eye on our young children. While working is essential, they must receive attention from us so that they know we love them too. Some of us may rely on key things that keep them entertained, like toys, walks in a stroller, or even cartoons on the family television.
I like the effect on the TV.
Be cautious with what channels your children view on the television, since you never know what harmful content they may be seeing. Your children may be viewing elements of violent content, sexual content, graphic content, scary imagery.
That's what I've been saying. Where are those good old-fashioned values, family values, on which we used to rely? That's what I want. They exist on different spectrums.
If you hear your child screaming or crying in front of the television, wait until your child stops making noise before entering the room. You will...
You are not supposed to do that, by the way. Well, I'm not sure, but I've read that recently some studies were done, and if you leave if your child, especially like much younger child, like 1-2 years old or younger, is crying, it's like literally their only way of letting you know that something is not right, or that they need something, or just that they need attention. And if you because there was a school of thought saying that you should just let them cry it out before going in to kind of give them attention, to encourage them to be quiet and not loud. But what that actually does is teaches the child, it like puts the child into this like abandoned response, like it's supposedly super not good for raising kids. I don't know how accurate that is. I didn't look really heavily into the data that was being presented in the thing that I was reading, but I thought it was interesting, and I definitely made a mental note of it. I've read before, like books or seen in movies, characters say, "Oh, just let the person cry it out" or whatever, and supposedly that doesn't work. Anyways. How do they get those? Oh, damn. How do they get those, this imagery? I have no idea how they do this, because I'm seriously considering trying to, like, I have an idea for an analog horror. I've had it for over a year, and now that I'm watching a lot of it, it's very inspirational, and I kind of want to make it. And I think my idea is kind of unique, too, at least a little bit unique. I haven't really seen anyone else do what I kind of want to do, so I'm excited about that. How do we get these images? You know, like the little shapes. I have no idea how to do that. I have literally no idea how to do anything other than like editing existing pictures. How do we make these little? I guess there's got to be some way to do it in like, I don't know, Photoshop or something. If only I had Photoshop. If only Adobe products weren't horrible and terrible and expensive and awful and terrible, and also your data in them being used to train AI. It's fantastic. What is this music? Yes, please turn that off. Poor child. Was that the violent, graphic, sexual content that we were told to expect a minute ago? It's just that dude's face. Oh, God. What is Mom doing? That got me, to be totally honest with you guys. That was horrible. I have a specific thing, like, I don't know why my response, well, I do know why, but I have a very strong response to imagery of people hanging. That was horrible. That's terrible. What did it say, though? Damn. Distraught at the sight of her missing infant, and the crib turned into a coffin. That was horrible. Okay. Emergency alert system. Local authority has issued an immediate safety warning for multiple counties. Guessing including Mandela.
Local authorities have issued an immediate safety
I said that already. Okay.
Counties. Please await further instructions.
Shush, robot. You do not speak now. Alright, I'll let you take this.
A total of
3,426.
Oh, that's horrible.
Children have gone missing within the following counties: Overthrown County, Berkshire County, Mandela County, Yonder County.
Yonder County. Head on over yonder.
Keep vulnerable children away from any television or medium that can project possibly frightening imagery.
From any television. That's a cool concept. Property of the Mandela County Police Department. Suicide investigation recording 1. Oh, damn. After receiving neighboring noise complaints of prolonged childlike crying followed by a loud crack, an investigator was sent over to survey the home in form of photos and video. primary victim's home. After taking the previously shown photo, the investigator reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, and left the scene immediately. In order to provide security until another investigator was available, an on-site officer volunteered to set up a camera that took one photo every 5 minutes facing the room that the event occurred in. Why couldn't we have just had a camera to record? I guess this was a while ago, but one every 5 minutes? This is... Alright, threat level none. This is terrible. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Threat level vague. It's gone again. Threat level evident. Bro, it's a face. Tampered with by invisible force. Victim's corpse is seen being tampered with, and it's been censored. Ah, damn. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't respond, ah, damn, but... And it's gone. So it took the body. Conclusion. The suspect shown in the evident images is completely unidentifiable at this time. The entire department has ruled out the possibility of it being an alternate. Said the images will be sent to the higher-ups for further analysis. Ruled out the possibility of it being an alternate? Previously shown evidence must not and will not be released to the public for any reason. Thank you, Lieutenant Davis. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? Showing these tapes to the public. This is called Exhibition. Again, there are scenes from the Beginner's Bible. I'm excited. Let's just continue. I'm enjoying this so far. It's oppressive though. Like this one feels a bit more serious than almost any of the others have been. A bit more rooted in like Vita Carni's is scary, but in a very like, I guess that's the appeal of the mimic concept, right? That it's mimicking human behaviors, and it allows the creator to tap into more human emotions as opposed to just being a PSA about a strange monster or something similar. And that's what we're running into here is these stories of like children going missing, people committing suicide, people going insane because of delusions and believing in these just fanatical religious beliefs that are being like almost instilled in them by these creatures that are pretending to be like angels. Like that's scary. That is this might be one of the heaviest heavier analog horror series I've seen so far. I guess the Boiled one was really bad too. It was so good. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you to the people who finally got me to watch it.
If you'd like to call, please hang up and try again. Hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call,
Ah, damn.
Noah went out of his house for some fresh air.
I'm sorry. Noah went out of his house for some fresh air. Poor Noah. That's cool. I really like the manipulation of existing footage. I think that's super creative, almost like visual sampling like they do in music. And I think that it's definitely a way to make stuff like that's such a DIY way of being able to do stuff like this. I love it so much. The like ethos of that. All right, Crime Investigations, 1992. Heathcliff v. Nobody. Altercation, evidence real, case 00432. Alright, it's the police. The collector is Lieutenant Thatcher Davis. Item 17. Is this the same item 17 we talked about earlier? Time 3:21 a.m. Always 3 a.m. Location Mark Heathcliff's bedroom. Personal camcorder. Yeah, that's the camcorder again. I think, item 17. These shots of hallways and doors. Ooh, I love this. Oh, I love this footage right here. The way that aesthetic looks is like my favorite thing in anything. I love that. What is that? Alright, so we were driving, we saw something that seemed weird, and then we stopped the car, got out, and started walking over to it. That seems like a good idea. Time to go to church. Whoa. It looks, if that's the inside of the church, that's the interior, it looks a lot more dilapidated than it did on the outside. Now we're back to this. There's totally something back there. Is it gonna jump out at me? Why do you guys put me through this? I just want to be happy. I don't want a thing to jump out at me. I hate it. He says as he's grinning ear to ear. Okay. This is my favorite shot so far. Oh, shit. Something moved. And it's back. Oh, the door was opening. No. No. Cease and desist. I hate this. Oh, God. At least we all know I don't scare easy. God, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, there's nothing in there. Whoa, that's a really cool... It looks like an eye, almost. Wow. That is beautiful. I love that. That was genuinely such a beautiful picture. Why was the TV there in the first place? Why did we have a TV on the carpeted floor next to a door? Here he comes. Oh, never mind. I feel like it's going to come in through the door while we're looking at the TV. We're being distracted. 92, September 8th. So this is just the exhibition of all of that stuff. Alright, we have remarks. The footage implies that Heathcliff has been paranoid for a prolonged period. The reasons are implied. So he's been drawn to religious locations, religious imagery. What the hell is that? What the hell was that? Oh, that's a lady's hair. Okay. What are they looking at? The thing. Yep, uh-oh. Love the way the hands are slightly moving.
Why do accepting my message, you will bring another creature on the boat. You won't notice it at first. Just wait, Noem. Wait until you start to feel something. A change happening in your mind. You won't even realize it has taken form until you see it. When you see it, there is no return. It will give you a message. It will be your last message.
Okay, so the angel demon thing told Noah to bring another entity onto the boat, which is so interesting. That is so interesting. Okay. I think there are books of the Apocrypha. Sorry, I think there are books of the Apocrypha that describe something similar. Like in the actual, some of the books that were like taken out of the Bible, or the way they fit in is like disputed by different sects of the church, or the Catholic Church just didn't want it to be in there. Interesting. All right, the death of Mark Heathcliff. United States Department of Temporal Phenomena. If you or a loved one has recently been affected by the result of exposure to analog television and mirrors, contact your local authority immediately. Financial compensation will not be available. God damn it. I want financial compensation for the trauma I'm being subjected to. If you have any further questions in relation to the recently issued television and mirror destruction order, call the number below. Television and mirror destruction order. We gotta break all TVs, smash them. Season 1 finale. Oh, that was season 1. Directed and produced by Alex Keister. I'm really hoping I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Thank you for the tremendous amount of support. Thank you for making this. This was so cool. I really enjoyed that. Special thanks to Wendigoon. Oh, damn, these are people who made videos about. That's so cool. And the Patreon supporters. That's so cool. All right, that is the Mandela Catalogue. Thank you so much for joining me. That was just volume 1. I'm excited to continue through the series. Let me know your thoughts down below. If anyone could you translate the binary? That was the main thing I know I missed. Or if there's anything else that I've missed, feel free to let me know. I'm going to do my own research after I finish recording this, after I hit stop recording. But still, just so that other people maybe who are interested or curious can find out, or in case I can't figure it out, let me know down below if you want. And let me know if there's any other analog horror series that I should be checking out. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. We are Legion. See you in the next transmission. Massive welcome to the new patron, Jude, Beelzebub's favorite printer tech big boy. And huge thank you to all of the patrons for letting me be able to do what I do. Love you guys. Thank you, Kira, AJ, Dark Beast, Blackest Bile, Coyote, Cuba, Bat Noise, Phoenix, Hadley, Bees, Joy, Amelia, Boris, Panflute, Thomas, Audrey, Justin, Lou, Ray, ZK, Tom, Dave, Elkie, Stardrop, Nude, George, Joseph, Mr. Fox, JK Possum, Kyojin, and Draco. Bye!